Carol Ward.
We were invited by our dealership to come out and try a Subaru, really at this time of year, because I've driven one earlier in the year before I bought one, and they said, well, now we've got some nasty weather in the autumn to really show what the car will do. And my first priority was reliability. My daughter's got a Forester in Australia, and it's done 208,000 kilometres, and it still drives like new. And I drove that in April and thought we'd better have a look at the cars, and that's why I bought it. Off-road wise, we don't do anything hairy, nothing as hairy as we've done today, but I do go on the farm, onto tracks, and I need a bit of ground clearance more than anything, and I've chosen white because I've got a dog and it repels the sun a bit, so that's the main reason why I bought an Outback. It's nice to be able to go just that little bit further for a picnic with a four-wheel drive, where we wouldn't get that with an ordinary car. In my two vehicles that I've been running, I do about 20,000 miles a year, and the Lexus has been very expensive to run, so I needed something diesel. On top of that, when I'm visiting customers, sometimes I'm doing 300, 400, 500 miles in the day, and I need the comfort. And I do get a bad back, and the dealer lent us both the Forester and the Outback. We had a day in each of those, and we found that the Outback was far more comfortable for a chap of my stature. I've been able to beat the combined mileage. That's always a challenge for me. That's been right on the button, so it's got plenty of power, and the thing about the engine is it's so smooth. Comparing it to my V6 petrol Lexus, you don't really know you're in a diesel, and that's great for me. And I'm not visiting the petrol pumps as often as I used to. I'd rather have the practicality and the reliability of the Subaru. Overall, four-wheel drive is the best. Going through some of the water troughs that we've been
was fantastic today. After seeing what the cars went through and how they performed in the conditions that they were put through, was fantastic. I'm just so pleased that we bought the car we have. It will literally, well, it seems to go anywhere and do everything. And the hills were very steep. The only way I could describe it was like being on a Big Dipper in a car. It was very enjoyable. We didn't even get stuck once. We managed the mud, we managed the water, we managed everything. It was very good. I've come out well impressed.
I've been off-road in a few vehicles, and getting out of the water up tricky, steep, wet, muddy banks, I thought it was going to struggle, and I thought we were going to use a lot more power than we needed to, and the instructor just said, no, keep the speed just like this. And I was amazed it got out of some of those troughs. Some of those troughs were deeper than I'd been in before in Land Rovers, and Land Rovers would have struggled out of some of those. So I'm very impressed that it's got the capabilities it has.
Oh, there we go. Got the horse joining in as well.